Alright, so we're here for LTM week 6, I believe it is. Man, we're already at week 6. Today, we the Copenhagen Gala is going up against the Helsinki High Dragons, coached by Vepsis. This is going to be my first time playing Vepsis. I'm actually super excited about it because we're both Scandinavians, and you know, there's just something a little bit extra when you play a fellow Scandinavian. As I said, Vepsis, incredibly good battler. I believe he has 1 loss out of his first 5 games, which is incredibly good. And he made transactions right before, right before. He made transactions prior to this week, so his team is actually kind of new. And it's super scary. So his team consists of Terra Armarouge, which, yeah, that was his first pickup, Terra Armarouge, which I totally understand. Halucha, Indeedee, Mandibus, Gastron, Gudra, River Room, Torkoal, Jolteon, Victory Bell, and Charizard. So yeah, he has a combination of a PSYSPAM plus Sun team now. He picked up the Torkoal, Jolteon, Victory Bell, and Charizard in the transactions prior to this week, making his team fucking nuts offensively. Like, there's nothing I can really do about it. Between Armarouge and Indeedee PSYSPAM coupled with Halucha, of course, having on Burden, and the Sun element, I cannot prep for it, like, defensively at all. Like, I have nothing to just take those mons on. So I went the route of, let's just beat him. Let's just, like, be more offensive. Try and beat him offensively rather than defensively. I don't know. I think he also has the advantage there. I think he has better speed control than I do. I think he has overall slightly better mons to facilitate his stuff than I do. So it's going to be a difficult match. And Terra Armarouge is a nuke. Like, it is insane. I think Terra Fire has a decent chance of coming just nuking something with Armor Cannon. My water type is Tentacle, which means if I bring that in, it's just going to die to the incoming Psy Shock, which is not good. We definitely have to play very aggressive and just kind of try and dominate the game from the beginning, because as soon as I fall backwards, I don't think I can get up again. I think that's just how it is. I think with this in mind, we should probably head into our team so we can see what we brought today. First on our team this week, we have Warhead, Deep, Paldea, Tauros, Fire with Weakness Policy, Intimidate, Trailblaze, Stone Edge, Close Combat, Bulk Up, 200 in attack, 92 in Special Defense, 260 in Speed with Jolly Nature. So yeah, I brought this set a couple of times before. One time where it really popped off, and I think one time where it didn't do a whole lot. I just think it's really good. It's good at taking advantage of the Gastron. Now, I do think Gastron is going to come as a hazard setup, but it's still going to have either Earth Power or Surf. Being able to Trailblaze that thing, then get the Weakness Policy, and then Trailblazes again, is really strong into his team, because that means he has to pop Halucha early. Otherwise, he's just going to let Tauros take too many kills. And if I can pop Halucha early, I don't have to worry about it later. Now, when it comes to getting a bulk up, I don't know. I have to force a mon out to get the bulk up. I don't think I can do it on Gastron or like any other. Like, it has to be a mon. I think he's going to switch no matter what. And then I'm going to bulk up. But I'm not counting on it. I'm going to play as if I can get it, as I cannot get it up. But if I can get it off, I'll take it. Next up, we have Pop Rocks, D-Toxicity, Choice Specs, Punk Rock, Nuzzle, Overdrive, Boom Burst, and Volt Switch, 128 in HP, 2v2 in Special Attack, 128 in Speed with a modest nature. Very standard Toxicity, Terra Normal. I mean, I'm pretty sure the only 2 games we lost has actually been the weeks we've not been Terra Normal on Toxicity, so that kind of maybe explains why we're going Terra Normal again. Also, I brought Nuzzle because Sludge Wave doesn't really achieve a whole lot in this game. Boom Burst just out damages us, and the only mon that resists Boom Burst in River Room is also immune to Sludge Wave. There's no reason to run Sludge Wave then. We have Nuzzle because I just needed a move, and Nuzzle might have some implications where it can be good. And then Overdrive and Volt Switch because, you know, they're the 2 stabs we like to run. But yeah, Specs Toxicity this week. This is here to nuke. He does not have a good switch into this, as in he has no switch into this. Even Max Special Defensive AV Gudra, I think it's still a roll to 2-hit KO, which, yes, that sounds nuts. I know it. Now, the problem with Toxicity in this game is he is very slow compared to Vepsis' team. Vepsis has a averagely fast team. Like, Armarouge being one of his slower mons at 75 is not great. Now, the reason we're running at Choice Specs is because I don't think Gudra, I don't think Mandibus, and I even think Reveroon will not run speed that much in this game, because I think they're going to come defensively and they're going to come bulky. So that's how we're going to get Toxicity in positions. We're going to get them in against the slow mon, and then just nuke. Just click Boom Burst. Next up, we have Skittles, the Alolan Raichu, which I believe is making its debut with Life Orb, Surge Surfer, Psyshock, Grassnot, Thunderbolt, and Ash Spot, 72 in HP, 2 Special Attack, 184 in Speed with Intimidate. Yes, this does mean we are taking the Terrain War, so you can probably guess another member of the team this week. But I think Raichu has a really good chance of being a good win con. Between Psyshock and Thunderbolt, we hit the entirety of our opponent's team, barring really the Gastrodon, but that's what we have the Grassnot for. Now, Grassnot does not OHKO Gastrodon by any means, but it is a pretty clear 2-hit KO with the Life Orb. So if we can either get damage on Gastron, or we can predict it, we can click Grass Knot, or if we can get the Nasty Plot off. Now, Nasty Plot is very risky on Raichu. I think one of the few ones we can do it on would be maybe like Jolteon, maybe like Indeedee that is not in Psychic Terrain, which is going to be super difficult. But yeah, if Raichu gets the Nasty Plot off in Electric Terrain, it has a good chance of taking a couple of Mons, and it is ultimately the win con, so I will probably be saving it towards the end, but I think Raichu is pretty good here. Next up, we have Nerds, the Porygon 2 with Eviolite, Analytic, Foul Play, Ice Beam, Tri Attack, and Recover. 116 HP, 104 in Special Attack, 244 in Special Defense with a Sassy Nature. So yes, this is going to be our Armarouge check, if those exists. So Armarouge is just too strong. There's literally nothing I can do about it. I have to just pray he is not an offensive terror, then he's like more of a defensive terror. And just pray he's not Choice Specs. And then P2 can take it on pretty decently. But this can also take on like Goodra, provided Goodra is not running knockoff, of course. It can switch into Gastron, can switch into Indeedee if it needs to, Jolteon as well. So it's still a pretty decent Spidef wall in this week. It just can't really deal with Armarouge that well, but nothing on my team can. Although we're running Foul Play in case of Calm Mind Setters. It's the only real reason we're running it. I think between Ice Beam and Tri Attack, that is the best coverage we can get. Thunderbolt doesn't even give us that much because Ice Beam is already super effective on like Mandibus. So. Next up, we have Tootsie Roll, the Bronzong with Rocky Helmet, Heat Proof, Power Gem, Ice Spinner, Zen Headbutt, and Stealth Rock. 248 HP, 132 in attack, 128 in defense with a relaxed nature. So this is a Hawlucha check. We should live a +2 close combat after Stealth Rock with this Mon against Hawlucha. Now, we're running Heat Proof rather than Levitate because there's not much we really care about levitating. Like, Gastron is the only one that should realistically run a ground move. Maybe the Torkoal, but even then having Heat Proof is overall a little bit better just because it means we might live a hit against like Victreebel in the Sun if it's Weather Ball. We might live a hit from Armarouge if it's not Choice Specs Terrafire. We might live a hit from Charizard if it's not... I mean, Charizard we probably don't live the hit from, but you know, you get it. Heat Proof provides a little bit more utility in this match compared to Levitate, so that's why we have Heat Proof. And lastly, we have Swedish Fish, Deep Encouragement, Heavy Duty Boost, Electric Surge, Discharge, Spikes, Recover, and Toxic Spikes, 248 in HP, 8 in Special Attack, 252 in Special Defense with a Calm Nature. This is meant to switch into Indeedee pretty much every time. When Indeedee comes in, this comes in, nullifies the Psychic Drink. That is the general idea. Now, it does mean he can maybe probably predict it and go like Gastron. As you can see, we are completely walled by Gastron. But that's because we don't really get a move on Pincursion that can do enough damage to Gastron. Yeah, you can run like physical with like Body Slam, but even then we're doing like 20-25% on like the higher roll, so it's not really worth it. I would rather just set up the Spikes and T-Spikes because his removal is not that good. Kind of like mine, his removal is not good unless he brings Torkoal. Like, Torkoal is the best removal. Yeah, of course, I also actually, now I'm looking at it, I think it's the only one, but that also provides that he has to bring Sun then, so we'll see if he brings it or not. If he does, you know, I just have to deal with it. If he doesn't, hey, Spikes and T-Spikes are there to stay. But yeah, that's going to be our team for this week. As always, if you like the video so far, make sure to leave a like on the video, leave a comment on the team below, and subscribe to the channel for future videos. I'll now head into the battle, so see ya in just a little bit. Alright, so we're here for LTM Week 6. We are going up against Vepsis, coach the Helsinki Hydreigons, and he brought the Indeedee, Armarouge, Torkoal, Victreebel, Gastron, and Hawlucha. So he actually brought both Sun and Terrain, which I didn't think Sun was gonna come, if I'm being completely honest. I definitely thought Terrain was gonna come. Also, I'm gonna lead Toxicity. That was the plan the entire time. Just lead him, pretty much Terra immediately, and just hit. Now, I'm a little nervous about Gastron because actually I don't have a switch for Gastron. My team is incredibly ground weak, but I'm also trying to take advantage of that with our Tauros because we have the weakness policy set. And Tauros is not necessarily meant to win the game. It's more so meant to kind of help break a little bit through mid-through. If it can win the game, it can win the game. But as long as he preserves Indeedee plus what's it called, Hawlucha, Tauros can almost never win. We'll see when we get into the game. I don't know what he would lead with. Gooby, I think that's a Gastron. Yeah, that's a Gastron. I'm terroring and hitting this with the Swift. Like, I maybe never hit something this fast. I'm just making sure this thing... Okay, it does get Mirror Coat, so I'm a little scared about that. I won't lie, a little scared about that. Because if he does... Yeah, I guess I never took that into consideration, huh? It could just be Mirror Coat. It could even be like Chilanberry Mirror Coat. Which is scary. I do have his team here. It's really annoying, right? Because I want to click, because this thing, I want to get rid of this thing as fast as possible. But if it is Mirror Coat, it makes the game difficult down the line. Raichu is pretty good because there's no Goodra, and getting this weaken means Raichu can kind of like just beat it. But again, it's difficult to win with Raichu as long as he has like his own terrain. So I have to figure out a way to play around it. I think I'm just gonna do it. If he is Mirror Coat, that's well played. He does stay in. I think he's Mirror Coat. I think he's like Chill Out Mirror Coat or something like that, or just Mirror Coat, because he should live this a lot of the times. Like Max Spadef, I have a 6.3% chance to Oko. But I am very, very scared about this. Maybe I should have not thrown away Toxtricity this easily. Okay, it's not Chilan Berry. Is it Mirror Coat? Okay, no, he just gets rocks up. Okay. One round of rocks I can live with. I can live with one round of rocks being on the field. I think that's fine. My team can kind of play around that somewhat. So I just Moonburst again without choice specs. We're just gonna hit him. He's Terra Fire on the Armarouge, so even if what's it called? Even if it comes in, it can't, like, it's not like a Terra Ghost or anything. Right, so he literally have 0 cost step. I mean, that's fine. I live any hit it wants to go for, so that's fine. I can live with. Oh wait, he gets one last fight. Yeah, no. Wow, he really did. It's funny. I had this conversation like with some of my friends that helped me build and whatnot. That if he gets Hazards up, I have nothing to do. Because like Bramble-Gas was not that good in this matchup. Though I will say, with him not bringing Mandibuzz nor Kudra, Bramble-Gas would have been a lot better. Because Bramble-Gas is not that bad into a Torkoal, if I'm being honest. Yeah, okay, him getting the spikes up, that's kind of annoying. Also, now with Gwestron gone, it does make it kind of difficult for Tauros to activate the weakness policy. Because like it's not like we live a hit from it's not like we live a hit from the what's it called? The Armarouge of the Indeedee without Tauros. Part of me is kind of wanting to stay in here. He has to be max special attack, and even then it's a roll, because I believe, yeah, it's a 40. He would have to be like an item boosting in order to take us out here, and Boomburst is straight up just gonna kill him. And it's like I'm kind of feeling getting rid of this early, so I have terrain control. If I do lose this, he would have to be specifically specs, which would be kind of annoying. Have Concussion, but then again, if he specs, I think he also just 2 hits KOs Concussion, because even without terrain, yeah, if he specs, it's like a roll is with the hazard. I'm just gonna try and break. I literally am just gonna try and break. He withdraws. You get a massive hit off. Yeah, I'm so happy about that. Holy shit. I think that means he probably wasn't like specs. Oh my god, I think I'm taking out the Armarouge immediately. Oh, hit me this mon. I'll take this. Holy hell. Oh, that's huge. That is insane. That is so good. Do I die to a hit from the Holucha? I do. Okay, yeah. I get Mollywop. Unfortunately, do not have rocks up. Now the question is, do I feel like I need Toxtricity that much? Because I kind of want to stay in just in case he wants to be greedy. Like if he wants to try and be greedy and set up on me. The +1 Spadef would make it so he potentially live, but it means Rocky Helmet from Song would then take him out afterwards. So I'm kind of thinking, because like Toxtricity does claim one on like all the other members, but I'm a little bit afraid if he's like a bulk offset or something. It's like my main thing. It would be kind of bad into my Song because I am physical in Song. I think keeping Toxtricity just because he nukes like all the other mons pretty much. Now I am slower than the Victory Belt if he has like decent speed in Victory Belt. That's something to think about a little bit. If you thought and see, I'm gonna regret I didn't go for it. Oh. Yeah, and he can also tell I'm not levitate, which is kind of annoying. I do take another hit, thankfully. And now that he's minus defense, we pressure this out like always. He has gotten his Unburden, right? So I have to like think about, because I can't even play Concursion into Raichu. Like there's no chance of doing that really. But I do have Intimidate on Tauros. Like I'm thinking I'm getting my rocks up here. We both play with rocks potentially. Like he could still keep this around. This still outspeeds pretty much everything naturally on my team, which is kind of annoying, but it's also okay. If he's Throat Chop. You know what? No, I'm just gonna hit him. I think I'm just gonna, like, rocks would be nice. So he does just close combat. I mean, I should live this, yeah, and then he takes helmet and plus 10 headbutt should take him out. Well, he's -2, so it 100% takes him out. So I'm fine with this. This also means Bronson will have used up his like uses. Like, I don't need him for anything. We have Power Gem if Torkoal wants to come in. If Indeedee comes in, I mean, it is what it is. Victory Bell comes in, it is what it is. I'll live with it. I mean, this is an insane start. Like, Toxicity claiming 2 pretty much immediately. I don't think we're completely out of the woods. Like, the Victory Belt I have not prepped the most for, and with Bronzong being really low, I don't have a good physical answer anymore. If this thing is like Calm Mind, can I beat? Like, Tauros is faster, so should I just focus on getting damage? Is damage more important to me for right now? I think it might be. I think the damage is slightly more important. The Psychic Terrain is up, so I think Sand Headbutt actually does no. Ice Spinner still does slightly more. I'm gonna go for Ice Spinner. He does just that's fine. I can live with this. Do I care about bringing in Concussion now? Terrain is also still up. I have to think. Tauros never lives on Expanding Force, even if it's no investment in DD. I do believe this is actually the female variant. Actually, female variant, we have a chance of living. Am I seeing? Yeah, I'm seeing that correct. Actually, with rocks and spikes up. Yeah, no, the chance is not that good. I could go P2. I think P2 is pretty. Yeah, I think P2 is like decently free. Even if he's a Coal Mine set, I do have Foul Play on this set that I can kind of get around with. He could be Trick, I believe. Wait, which one is this? No, this is the male one. It is the male one. Never mind. It is male. I think this is, yeah, so it does get Trick, so that could be kind of annoying. Foul Play does the most into the male. And if Torkoal comes in, I can stay in. Foul Play should also do decent into Victory Bell. I'm just gonna click Foul. Also, my what was it? Bronzong? Yeah. Bronzong died. Okay, this was an amazing start. I think, like, man, I'm still scared about the Victory Bell because I do think Victory Bell, because I haven't prepped like a super ton about for it, it can be really, really annoying. I'm assuming this is like the Torkoal, right? I am like minus speed nature and like a lot of things on our P2. But I should still. Oh, it's the Eject button. Oh, so he gets it in, gets Victory Bell in. I mean, it's not the worst, I think. Yeah, like he could knock off, which would be annoying for sure. Okay, so Psychic Terrain is no longer a thing. I do have Ice Beam. Ice Beam does a lot. If he's like, wait, I'm just gonna. Okay, Sun is. I was like, is the Sun is not up because I didn't see the Sun rays. Am I just gonna? If he's physical and goes for Sword Stance, I'm just gonna quickly check if that makes Foul Play better here. Foul Play would also play around because like Ice Beam has a small chance to take him out, but it's very, very small, and a Foul Play punishes any setup. And it's like Foul Play plays around potential weakness policy. I think I will just Foul Play, I think. Knock off. Yeah, I mean, I knew he was gonna go for the knockoff, but it's like, I think this is fine getting the damage here. Basically, I'm just kind of going for like an offensive win at this point, like rather than trying to bulk his team out. Okay, that also suggests that he is physical, so I think Solar Blade is like the hardest thing this thing can hit me with, which would do 56 to 66. I'm sitting at a 186. 186. Check here real quick just to make sure. Okay, it should take me out if it's Solar Blade specifically. I don't believe I actually saw a Life Orb. It could be Bandit, maybe? I don't really want to go Tauros, if I'm being honest. But I also don't know what else to go into. I actually will just stay in an Ice Beam, because now Ice Beam guaranteed takes him out. Weather Ball, okay, so it's like mixed. Okay. I am Spadef, so I think I actually might take... Yeah, I was about to say, I think I might take this. P2 takes... Oh, it was Life Orb. I'm just blind. Okay, never mind me. I'm just blind as a bat. But I mean, Life Orb takes it out, so I'm super happy about that. Victory Bell is no longer here, so he has Torkoal and Indeedee left. I still have Tauros on my physical side, so I'm not too worried about a Coal Mine set just yet. I don't think there's any reason to try and keep P2 around. I will just click. I think that's like the best we can do. Yeah, I'm just gonna click Power Play. He does Expanding Force, takes out P2. That's fine. Deal with this. I think it's just time I go Pincursion, get terrain control pretty much. With no Gastron around, Discharge is pretty free to spam. That is what I'll do. He could be an Anchor set potentially. Like if I try to go for Recover on one turn. But it's just something I kind of have to deal with. So I'm just gonna Discharge. I want to like I don't know enough about the set just yet to really know what it's gonna be. If it is Coal Mine set, that is kind of annoying. So he goes Torkoal, which I think is interesting. Torkoal. Discharge. I think with the way he might be playing Indeedee, he could potentially be Choice Scarf. Potentially. How much would Tauros take from here? Like I'm thinking Earth Power. That is a 2-hit KO. How much does should he take like any hit here? If I'm Terra Normal, Body Press might do a massive. Yeah, if he Body Presses here, that's kind of not great. Won't lie. I mean, it should probably just destroy, honestly. Should live this. Yeah, I like spit off on this thing. So he went for Earth Power. My team is like incredibly ground weak. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna somewhat preserve Pincursion here. I'm gonna somewhat. Actually, I guess I could have gone maybe Tauros there, get the weakness policy, and then pick this off with a Trailblaze. Honestly, that would have been the play. Gone Tauros there, pick it up with Trailblaze, because then I'm faster than even Choice Scarf Indeedee, which is fine. Choice Scarf Indeedee could actually be a problem at the end, a little bit, just because I don't have damage and I don't have hassles up or anything. That did, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm just gonna go for the Boom Burst. Takes out Torkoal. Yeah, I do think the Tauros would actually have been a better position there, I won't lie. Okay, am I interested in playing for differential at all? I don't know. I don't think if it is Choice Scarf Indeedee, I don't think I want to risk it. So I'm just gonna like I say if it's Choice Scarf, I don't want to like necessarily end up in a position where I just lose to Choice Scarf. So I think I'm just gonna stay in and attack in case it's like a Coal Mine set. Because like even if it starts Coal Mining, we are heavily out damaging it like by a lot, and then I can bring in Pincursion afterwards. Should be able to get me in a position where Tauros can potentially just win. Because as long as it's not Psychic Train that's up, Tauros should live a hit. No, if it's offensive. Ooh. Yeah, I might. I think it might be annoying. Like this might be if it's Choice Scarf. Is it? Actually, if it's Choice Scarf and he goes for Expanding Force, Raichu should be able to assist. So I'm just gonna attack. Expanding Force. I should die to this, I think. Thought so. Alright. I'm so afraid I'm throwing this away, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he can't switch out anymore, right? So that's kind of the idea here. So now we get the control of terrain. Now I kind of wish I had Memento. I brought probably Memento into like Raichu, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna Discharge, get my damage. He does just expand. I think this is Choice. That was a crit, so I can't even really base. I mean, that's not too bad, because that means he kills me on the next turn. Discharge does a fuck ton, and I should have the terrain turns up. Yeah, should have not terrain turns well, right? Probably can figure it out. He rolled with electric terrain. Yeah, I think Raichu has this. I mean, it ends up being a 2-0, which I think is not like... I wish it would have been a little bit higher, I won't lie. Like, I could use it a little bit for the differential. I don't know, I think I went for the safe place rather than anything else. Does this die? It does die. Thank the Lord. I definitely got a little bit scared there. I think I played correctly in like a safe manner. Like I secured the victory rather than going for the high differential, which I think middle of the season is still fine. I just hope it doesn't screw me in the end if I lose out of differential points. But yeah, massive GG to Vepsis. I think me getting the call right with Toxicity, where he switched in the Armarouge, was massive. If I didn't get that right, it's a completely different game. I did not expect the Victory Bell. I think Victory Bell was really cool bring. And because I didn't prep for it, it could be very, very scary. But yeah, we take a W, thank the Lord. As always, if you like the video, make sure to leave a like on the video, leave a comment on the thought of the battle, and subscribe to the channel for future videos. I'll now head out. Peace, YouTube.